Parviz Ravi, attorney at law, have been practicing for over 20 years. Our office is located by San Francisco Airport, specializing in employment law. Today's topic, harassment and hostile work environment. There are different types of harassment in the workplace. While some types of harassments are obvious and therefore easy to detect, such as using slurs, making inappropriate jokes, or excluding employee from certain work-related functions, there are other types of harassments that are indirect and therefore often ignored. It is important that you pay close attention to these warning signs so you can take action to stop the harassment before the situation escalates to the point where you're forced to quit your job because of the hostile work environment created by your employer. So here are a few common types of harassment that often happens at the workplace and some examples of the warning signs that should not be ignored. Sexual harassment is one of the most common forms of workplace harassment that, even though is most recognized and known to happen towards a female, but it could also happen toward men. Sexual harassment can be verbal or physical. Examples of sexual harassments are as follows: unwanted touching, like back rubs, brushing against your breast or private body parts; unwanted sexual gesture or questions about your sexual orientation, such as which gender you're attracted to and feel drawn to romantically or emotionally and sexually; sexual jokes, teasing, and inappropriate comments of sexual nature about your physical appearances, comments such as how sexy you look or the size of your breast; sharing sexually explicit photos; demand sexual favors in exchange for benefit, such as a pay increase or promotion, or making threats of termination, demotion, or withholding promotion if the demand for sexual favors is not met. Disability-based harassment is also one of the most widespread forms of harassment in the workplace. Refers to unfavorable treatment or harassment of employees with a physical or mental disability and employees with life-threatening disease such as cancer and ongoing disease like lupus and MS. This type of harassment can also include the employees who experience harassment upon using disability services, such as workers' compensation benefits, or seeking reasonable accommodation, or a leave plan. Some examples of disability-based harassment are as follows: teasing, jokes, slurs, name calling, degrading and humiliating comments, or questions about your disability and capability to do your job; refusing to offer reasonable accommodation for you to do your job and forcing you into position or task that aggravates your disability. Age-based harassment is another common type of harassment that often happens at the workplace and can be so bad that it pushes the employee into early retirement. In the US, the law protects employees aged 40 or above to promote employment for older people and reduced age-based workplace harassment. Some examples of age-based harassment are as follows: an employee is deliberately excluded from work events or meetings, other activities, discussions, or assignments. An employee is bullied or mocked due to wrong assumption based on age, such as you're too old and too slow. It's time for you to retire. You need to hurry up and work faster. An employee received negative remarks or insults, teased, and unfairly criticized because of his or her age. If you experience any of these type of harassment, please contact my office for free consultation. Please be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notification.